Hi, well let's get started. Today's video is going to be a half straddle split. So let's get started. So this is great for if you're trying to get into the full straddle split here, right? You'll bring your body up and forward. So but for most people that's really hard to do, to get this flexibility in the hamstrings adductor. So we're gonna do something that's much kinder, user-friendly. So let's go ahead and bring the right heel in to the hip. Take your left foot out to the left. We have this block and we have a stretch band. So make sure you got a stretch band. It's a stretchy band, or you can also use a yoga strap, which is a cloth sort of, it's a cloth-based stretch. But I like to use the elastic band. It's like a TheraBand. Bring the block under your right knee, and we're just gonna flex the left toes up and point the right toes. We extend up and we extend forward. Now, bring your arms in a push-up position, wide hands, so that you can brace yourself with your hands. The block under the knee is gonna allow you to get a much deeper stretch, also in the adductors and in the IT band, and into the left adductors and the hamstrings. So from here, just stay here. Remember, the longer you stay here, the more the muscles will lengthen, allow, let go, and become more flexible. Now, if you have a little bit more flexibility, you can bring both hands forward, but not necessary. You can bring your arms in this wide hand push-up position. And just stay here and breathe into this. You can also bring your elbows onto the floor. You can stack your hands and open your elbows. Rest your forehead onto the hands. And just slow inhale, exhale. Breathe through the nose. The longer you stay here, you start noticing the muscles start to lengthen, relax, quiet down, settle into this position, this stretch, this pose. And then we'll come up, and you can stay there longer, but I want, for time's sake, I want to come up and let's take our stretch band. And we're gonna wrap that left foot. So keep the right knee bent, right knee on top of the block. Now, the thing about the block, make sure it's not high up under the leg. It's actually right there outside the knee. Now you'll take that stretch band, you wrap the left foot at the ball of the foot and the toes. You extend up, stretch up, and bring your upper body over the left leg. Now, you're holding the stretch band until you can actually hold the foot. And you want to do this with both hands. Extend up and forward fold over your left leg. Aiming your right elbow down to the floor, left elbow to the floor, and your face to your left knee. You'll feel a deep stretch in that right side hip, right side oblique, lower back, into your left hamstring muscles. Slow inhale, exhale. Stay with the slow inhale, exhale breathing. You want to breathe through the nose. Why? Because it relaxes, calms your nervous system. When you calm the nervous system, the muscles perceive no danger, it's safe, and then start to relax, lengthen, and let go. So the breathing affects the nervous system, slows the heart rate, and then allows the muscles to feel safe, to let go, to lengthen. And again, for time's sake, we're gonna come on up. You can stay there even longer if you like. Now what I like to do coming out of those is go into your back. So just when we do that, we wanna let the lower back of the hips settle. Hands by your legs, heels together, toes fall up, and palms facing up. And look up to the ceiling and just breathe through the nose, inhale, exhale. Notice how the lower back of the hips are starting to realign, readjust, settle into the mat. And we'll come out of that. So let's come out safely by bending the knees and roll to your side. And push yourself up using your hands. And we'll take this to the other side. So bring the right foot up to the right. Bring the left heel into the hip. Place a block underneath the left knee. So not high up under the leg, but just outside under the knee. You have your stretch band for when we need it. So flex the right toes up and back. Point the left toes. Extend up and extend forward. Again, start with the arms, hands, and a wide hand push-up. I like to bring my elbows above my wrist and extend forward. So it's not a rounding of the spine, it's straight spine up. Lift the ribs off the hips, lengthen through the abdomen, and then extend forward. Once you're extended forward, you can bring the face down. You can also bring your hands forward. You can lower your elbows, you can stack your hands and open the elbows out and bring your forehead resting on your hands. If you have another yoga block, you can bring your elbows, forearms resting on the block, but you want to keep your upper body forward. You can also rest your forehead on your arms that are resting on the block. All right, so just get comfortable. Slow inhale, exhale. Keep the right toes flexed. We'll take one more slow inhale, one more slow exhale. And we'll come up slowly. You'll take your stretch band and you'll wrap the right foot, the ball of the foot toes, wrap them. Pull the stretch band, hold as close to the foot if you're holding this, holding the stretch band. Extend up and forward fold. You want to keep that left hip twisted back. And start to bring your upper body over the right leg. Now, eventually holding the foot. And if you have the flexibility, you don't need the stretch band to hold the foot. Start bringing the elbows down. Start bringing the face down towards your right knee. Slow inhale, exhale, breathing through the nose. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears, down the ribs. Breathe. It'll take a moment for that left hip, left lower back, right hamstrings, both right and left leg, adductor, inner leg muscles to relax, lengthen, and let go. Stay with the breathing through the nose. You'll start to feel the body become more friendly to this position. Starts to quiet down. and we're bringing slide the feet forward. Let's go into our backs. Again, allow the lower back of the hips to settle down because this is pretty intense what we're doing. And breathe, slow inhale, exhale, relax through the hips, the lower back. Give yourself a moment here to let hips and lower back settle into the mat. Gravity pulling your body down into the mat. We'll stop here. So that concludes another one of our videos. So catch me on the next video for our next episode of our Stretch Over Therapy method.